Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Make sure you stick around because we're about to dive into the RB25 oil pump.
Tell me, is it whack up in the air? Rappers scattered off the gear. I can map him, get the ears like a tracker. Get distracted, send him back like in the mail. Not a fraction of them real. Catch him lacking, run the drill. Running through the shit like a motherfucking dage.
So it's about 9:30 at night, and I had a bit of spare time, so I thought I'd come down here, just inspect the oil pump, and just suss out and see if I can reuse this or if I need to buy another one. So I'm going to undo these screws here, take that plate off and just have a look at the condition. Let's check it out. I've never done this before, so it's going to be a little bit exciting. Jesus. Oh. Okay, that's like next level tight. Okay, these screws are bloody hard to get off. What I've been doing, I have stripped one, which is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to use a flat head and hope for the best, but you need a screwdriver that's like the big fat size. You put that in there. You need to have it in a vise as well. And then you're supposed to have a ratchet or like an impact screwdriver, but I don't, so I'm using these to hold the top of it really tight and push down and then turn and it snaps it free. Just like that. I don't know what the hell torque spec these are down to, but they're bloody tight.
Seeing monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
So yeah, just gonna inspect this oil pump to see if it's still good or not. And I've just pulled this screw out here. There's a bunch of chunks of like steel in that hole, so that's never a good sign, having steel anywhere that's in big chunks. Hopefully it's some sort of Loctite that's like breaking down, I don't know. But these other two screws that are left, one started to strip and I stopped. The first one I cooked it. So yeah, let's have fun trying to get those out. I'm going to use a flathead. Okay, so I figured out that it is Loctite in there, not broken metal, so that's good and bad. The Loctite's making it super hard, which also would suggest that this has been taken apart before, maybe, which is interesting because this is off the RB25 that was unopened, but the sump had been taken off, so maybe they replaced the oil pump as well, not sure. But I've gone through every freaking screwdriver I have and I can't get one to fit in there. Got two left to do and they're both like stripping. So I've got this like extractor kit here, and it's got all your sizes with the drill bit next to it. I've never actually used this before and I'm not sure how it exactly works. Pretty sure you just drill a hole with the drill bit and then you wind this bit into it and then it holds onto it while you twist it out, or the way it winds, it must be like a left hand thread or something rather. So I'm going to give that a go now and hopefully that gets these bitches out. It's a new day, it's a new dawn and I'm feeling good. Alright, let's freaking whoop whoop. Wow, this is the first time I've ever used this and it actually worked. So yeah, it's coming out now. So yeah, basically what you do, you drill a hole into the top of your screw with the provided drill bit, and it's a left-hand thread. So you actually drill in reverse and it cuts into it pretty good. I use some cutting spray as well, and that like it stops from heating up, so it keeps it cool so the blade can actually cut, or the drill bit. And then use one of these cool looking, it almost looks like a tap, but it's not, it's like a crazy looking thread, and that twists in. I tried to put it in the chuck of the drill, but it doesn't hold like the tension, it'll just spin in the chuck. So I use like a little what do you call him, adjustable spanner, put that on there, and then you turn it left, what do you call it, lefty loosey, or that'd be clockwise. You turn it anti-clockwise, yeah, you turn it anti-clockwise, and then it grips into the hole you just drilled. It's a perfect size for it. It grips in there, and then it twists it out, and it'll pull out your screw that's stuck in there. This is like a it's pretty much an easy out kit, slightly different. This one they call it, what do they call it? A screw extractor set. It's an easy out, if you've ever heard anyone talk about that. It's definitely not easy, but it's out, so that's good. Now I got one more, so hopefully that comes out as well. Hopefully also I haven't damaged anything, because I did use a large drill bit. I did use a large drill bit to drill out the top of the freaking screw. So when you drill out the top of it, it's a pan head, so that releases the pressure that's holding it down, and then it came out easier. But you got to be careful, because you do not want to hit any of the sides of the actual like plate, otherwise you're going to have an oil leak for sure. And I think I may have done that, so probably gonna need a new oil pump at this stage, which is not ideal, but this is how you get them out. Hopefully you can watch this video and do it right, instead of how I've done it wrong. But what you need to do it right, you need the proper screwdriver. It's a ratcheting impact screwdriver, and that'll give you the torque to get it out, and it will give you the grip as well. It's a number 3 screw head, so it looks like this, and you need to put it in, get a hammer and smack it in so it seats all the way down first, and then that way it's got a good hold, and then you can use the ratcheting screwdriver to unbreak it. And if they've used Loctite the same way they've done these, it's going to be difficult, but if you have the right tools, you will get there. I was just trying to do it without the right ratcheting screwdriver, because some of them came out by using that method with this screwdriver and the pliers on top, but unfortunately 2 got stuck. Let's get this last one out and then have a look at the freaking oil gears, even though I'm going to need a new oil pump anyway. Just like that. If you can see the material all piling out from the muck where you're drilling, if the material's coming out, it's a build up there, that means you are cutting. If there's nothing, if you can't see anything and you're just spinning and spinning, you're just grinding it and it's not actually cutting in. You are drilling into quite a strong material. The screw head, it's not meant to be drilled into, but you can. But yeah, let's have a go with the easy out on this one and see if it comes out. So yeah, I just went down a little bit deeper just to give it some more grip, and it just cracked free. So I don't know why the hell on oil pumps, it seems to be they're all a pretty similar design, but I don't know why the hell you would go with this design, other than the fact that you need a special tool and you have to go to the dealership to get them to do it. Man, this camera sucks at focusing, eh? Like, imagine a camera that just worked. It's good, but not for this. But yeah, so this screw, I don't know why you would pick this design, but it must work. It's just a pain in the ass if you have to get it off. Like, it's shit. But anyway, let's unveil the freaking backing plate now, finally, and have a look and see what this looks like. Okay, so you've got passageways in here for the oil to travel, because obviously you need to lube everything. Don't drop this, because it needs to be in perfect condition. And then in here you've got your gears. Wow, that's pretty cool. So as it moves around, it squeezes the oil. Wow, this is freaking sick. This is the first time I pulled off an oil pump. Hang on, have a look at this. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in person. Alright, so basically your crank is connected to the inside here where these flat sections are on there. And it turns this, this cog. And then in here, the oil is all pushed around in here. And it squeezes the oil, which creates pressure, which pushes the oil out through the other channels on here. And then you have oil being forced through your engine. How freaking cool is that? Like, and it's mechanical, so it can't go wrong. Lol, jokes. It goes wrong when you have high RPM on RBs especially, and you get chatter. So it's, yeah, on high RPM is not good. And also because the weak spot of the RBs, this section here is quite big, but then on your crank, it only comes up to like this far, like it only just touches it, like, which is really weird design flaw. Like obviously they corrected it with the newer models. In the Neos, I think they corrected it. In the late model, in the early, no, the newest RB Neos and 26s, I'm pretty sure they corrected it, and the crank goes all the way in surface area on all that. But we actually got a mod done on our crank to extend the collar. So this is the surface here that we're talking about, and this has been extended, so it's normally like if half the size of that. So that's going to be good. But yeah, so what we want to check is for wear on the actual gears here. If we pull this out, you can't see shit. So we have a look here. I can't see anything wrong with this. Like, it seems to be perfectly fine to me. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I can't see anything that looks bad. Like, it looks brand new. I swear this is mint, eh? I swear this is mint. And then in here, it all looks good to me, eh? I'm just gonna get a rag and wipe that just to have a better look. Yeah, no, I just pulled this out. Everything looks perfectly fine to me. I really do not know what I'm looking at though, but everything looks sweet. So put that back in there, and yeah, we'll pump some more oil with this baby. Stock, eh? The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about now is my cover, where I've drilled it to get it off. I did, see if you can see it. So you can see that one that's at the bottom there is slightly drilled out more than the others. Like obviously they all come with that chamfer, or what do you call it? Recess, what do you call that? The cone. Oh my goodness, mind blank. Put in the comments what the hell that's called again. Oh, that's gonna piss me off. Basically, yeah, they all come with that step in it that's drilled in there, and then mine's a tiny bit more cut out, but it should be okay, surely. We'll see what it looks like when we put a new screw in there. But yeah, I'm either gonna just not worry about that and send it and hopefully it seals, or I'm gonna get a whole new stock oil pump. It probably depends on how much they bloody cost. But yeah, I'll clean this up and put this back together. Alright, so I've inspected this hole and I've decided that it's gonna seal alright. I have asked a few friends as well, i.e. Hayden, just sent him a photo just to check, and yeah, he reckons it will be fine. You can see the darker section down the bottom there, that's still the original part, and then this shiny part's a bit where I've just skimmed it with the drill bit, but it should seal fine. Obviously put a bit of Loctite in there, she'll be staying down. Also, Hayden said do not put those screws back in. Everyone hates them, and to buy Allen head ones instead, like the same pan head and everything, so it fits in there, but Allen head ones so you can actually get them out next time. And this is what your bench looks like if you've been having a great time doing a little jobby, and it literally tells you that you've had a great time, and working on cars is always a good time. There's never any angry moments with any swear words ever. That's what that tells you. But also Hayden said it's a good idea to take this off and have a look into that. The oil pressure relief valve, I'm pretty sure that's this, and he said it's a good idea to check that. So now for the challenge of getting that off, because I can't actually clamp it down very hard. It's a bit of a weak spot to clamp on, but we'll try and knock that off with a 24mm socket, and wish me luck on that one. Alright, so the bloody ratchet spanner didn't work, so we're going to use the impact drill. I'll bet you it will come off easy as. How good is technology? So this is on a spring. I don't know what I'm supposed to be checking with this. I'll probably just look that up right now, but it's just two springs with something to hold it in there, a retaining nut bolt. I think I'm meant to be checking for like bits of chunks of shit and damage, but it looks pretty mint to me. Yeah, so basically I'm going to get some Allen head bolts, bolt this all back together, and then yeah, we should be sweet. Should be laughing with this one. I'm just going to run it. I'm not going to bother buying a new one, probably a couple $100 for a new one these days. And then you can get the N1 aftermarket pumps, but it's just going to pump more oil up, and then I'm going to have, I don't know, I'm just sticking stock. There's a whole controversy on which oil pump you should use, but yeah, I'm going with a stock one, and hopefully it treats me well. And we're back. So I've been down to the nut and bolt shop, and I've got myself a bag of new screws with Allen heads. So yeah buddy, that's going to fix our problem there if we ever need to take this apart again. And I quickly just knocked out the seal, the oil pump seal, because it's easy to do from this side, and I had the perfect piece of metal just sitting here for some reason. Got a bit of a collection there. So pop that out, and yeah, it's just easier. Just give it a quick clean, a spray out of all the little bits and debris and shit. This is going to go back in now, and then we're going to bolt it down with some Loctite. Hayden said check this pressure relief valve to make sure that's okay. But I pulled it out, and there's two springs in there, a bigger one and a smaller one. And it looks to be fine. It would be good if I had the measurement that it's supposed to be so I could check that. But I don't know, it looks okay, so I'm just going to tighten that back up. And yeah, put some Loctite on these screws, put the cap back on, and we're golden. And that's basically an RB25 oil pump. So let's get it back together, clean it up a bit, and get it ready to go back in the car.
If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. 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 We could be taking control.
Alright, so that's a wrap from this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about RB25 oil pumps. I was learning as I was going. I've heard a lot of stuff, but I've never actually pulled one apart. So it's quite basic. Those screws though, if you're going to attempt it, make sure you get the ratcheting screwdriver. There's a couple of different types. I was told there's a hammer one as well. You can hit it with a hammer and it will like jar it open. And then also another tip as well is to turn it clockwise, because it was when it was put in there with Loctite, it was in a forwards rotation, so clockwise to tighten. And then so if you tighten it a little bit more, it'll crack the tightness. Apparently it'll crack it and it will come free, and you can reverse thread it out. So there's that tip as well. Don't do what I did and try and use a screwdriver and by hand, because most likely it's going to strip, unless you're going to buy the Allen head bolts and you're sweet. That should be a breeze next time. Allen head is beautiful, just newer technology, and they can do it for a cheap price these days. So wouldn't be surprised if in the new oil pumps they use something similar and not Phillips head, but I could be wrong with that one. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all you guys for checking out all my episodes, and yeah, it's freaking awesome. Got some really exciting shit coming in the episodes coming up. Matsuru's coming up. The R32 is getting some progress done on it, man. Like, this is hectic. Like, so freaking pumped. It's like 10 o'clock at night here, so I'm gonna wrap it up and head up to bed and then edit this video and put it out so you guys can check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode.